Yeah, there's
Fuck.
Oh, man, you finish my sentence.
I'm so fucking. Alright.
Alright. So, I'm not too swollen. I had to take a break from recording our headquarters stuff because I decided to do some extreme skills of skateboarding with my son and rolled my ankle.
It actually looks good. It's not.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
It's not
like
that
I said,
bad.
today's been really, like, it's a lot less swollen.
It looked.
I couldn't walk on it for 2 days.
It looked terrible before.
Yeah. So now I can at least film and do this stuff. I can't roll yet because, like, I even bumped my foot and I'm like almost crying. But I mean, wanna think about crying, too manly to cry. But so we left off. We started with the intro of headquarters. Talked about the 2 different positions where your hips are down in headquarters, hips are up when you're doing like float passing. An intro to float passing. We're gonna go in more in depth to the float passing in another section of the headquarter passing. But today, or right now, I should say, we're gonna go over preventing and defeating de la Riva when we're trying to pass headquarters. So if he's on bottom, just have your head facing the camera. Yeah. And I'm in headquarters. Actually, you know what? I'll do it to you. The person on bottom is going to try and possibly get back to headquarters. So some of the ways they'll do it is he's going to sit with hips down, head up. So just squat.
Oh, okay.
Here, yep. So now either from here you can be like pinning this leg or not pinning it.
Okay. Is your ankle?
So yeah, it's the second one there.
Oh, okay.
So from here, from this hips up position, or sorry, hips down position, the person on bottom can be trying to go back to de la Riva kind of a couple different ways. Like if he's not being disciplined with this leg, I can just simply remove my foot from under his butt, place it on his hip now, and when I push him backwards, he's likely going to stand up. Or now I can just turn the corner, make an angle, get my de la Riva hook in place, and now I'm playing de la Riva guard. The other way is maybe I'm getting foot cramp. Yeah. Alright, the other way is maybe he's being disciplined. I'm trying to scoop this leg. He steps the leg back so I don't get a grip on it, which allows me to free my foot. And then once I place my foot on my hip, he no longer can circle away, which means that when I circle this way, he can't run away from me putting the hook in on this leg. And the last way, which is the more, I'll say more skilled way, but when he's doing everything right, person on bottom is going to be framing his upper body, placing a shallow lasso here, where they push away, he's going to end up standing up so he doesn't fall over. For now I can remove my leg, and then go to de la Riva. So this is kind of like how they can get into the de la Riva position from headquarters. And before they settle headquarters position, a lot of time this is what people are doing to avoid being stuck in this position because it does suck once you end up there. So you just have your head facing that way. So like we talked about before, if we control the, just come this way, just a little. If we control the headquarters position properly, where I block out that second leg and I don't allow this leg to come out, he can't go to headquarters, or to de la Riva, okay? So if I'm here, he's keeping his knees to his chest. If I'm pinning this bottom leg, he's no longer going to be able to put his foot on my shoulder, even if he's pushing me away with his hands. Try and put your foot on my shoulder. Like it's not happening, right? And if I'm disciplined with this hand here, when he tries to retract his foot to my hip, right? He's not getting out here. He's not able to put his feet on me, right? So this is how we're going to avoid it from happening. Sometimes we can't always win all these battles. He may place his foot on my shoulder here, where the early stages I'm cupping the knee, my hand's going to go to the inside, and I just wipe it off and immediately go back to pinning that leg, all right? So just like early stage, don't allow the foot to come out from underneath you and don't allow them to get their foot on you, okay? So we're here one more time. Somehow, maybe I'm a little bit late before I pin this leg. He posts on my shoulder so I can't close the distance. Now he places his foot on me. Immediately I'm cupping here, and a lot of time I'm pinching with my knees here like this. Kind of like chopsticks on his ankle. Pummel in, grab the ankle, pin it, and go back into my headquarters. And since his knee is in, right, we can go to where smash past stuff that we did in the other video. Still as fat as I was before?
No. It's good.
Alright, so that's just like the initial prevention. That's not always going to happen. Maybe we weren't even in headquarters originally. Maybe we're in De La Riva and we're trying to get to headquarters. Right? We're going to go to the De La Riva position now. So, do you know how to do De La Riva?
Where is it?
So your foot's going to go on my hip.
Yeah.
Make a 45-degree angle to my leg. And now you're just going to insert this.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So this is the De La Riva hook here. So let's just back up this way. Alright. So the first thing I want to do is I want to remove the hook. Alright? If he has a hook, he's going to be able to off balance me. He's going to be able to stay stuck to me. Alright? So if I put pressure in, it's going to make it easier for Mike to put his hook in. This is what Mike wants. Alright? To remove a hook, I'm going to lean away while controlling this leg, blocking here because he might try and pummel inside. I'm going to lean away, straighten my leg, see how it's hard to put the hook in?
Yeah.
And then turn my knee to the outside. But this foot is going to cause me issues because for me to turn my knee out, I need to turn my hip. If his foot is on my hip, I'm going to have a hard time turning my knee out. So I'm going to remove this foot off my hip first if it's here. Alright? If I just try and push it down here, it's stuck on me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a back step. Now he has no ledge. Push it down. Cover it. And now, hold my ankle.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet.
And now I'm going to straighten my leg. Turn my knee out. Now when he tries to put that De La Riva hook in, he can't because my knee is turned that way and he's in front of me. For him to put a hook in, he's going to have to just go all the way around until he can get a hook in. He has to move all the way around my leg, which I can follow because he doesn't have a foot on my head. Alright, so one more time. So we're here. He has De La Riva on me. Grab the ankle, step back, stuff his foot down to his butt, and then step over and do the Michael Jackson here. Because I don't want his leg getting out. This is hard for me to do on my ankle, but I'm managing to do it right now. Keep the hook in nice and strong. So Mike's going to keep his hook in as strong as he can. All I'm going to do is lean away, straighten, and that straightening of my leg pops his hook right out. If I just do this, and then go back to bending, he's just going to put it back in. And just straighten, and then turn my knee to the outside. And now I can force him right back into that headquarters position here. Alright? If I feel like his hook is really strong, there's another little cheeky thing you can do. I do this sometimes. Where I'm here, I remove his foot, and I feel like as I'm trying to straighten, I can't. I'll step. Yep, keep your hook in strong. Step. Kick.
That's actually, you do that.
Yeah, and I'll scrape his foot off using my own foot. Alright? I don't use my hands. I could just slap it off with my hands too, but Mike could be off balancing me with his guard, where I might have to be using my hands for other things. So if I just kick it off with my foot, I can still use my hands to catch my balance. So one last time. We're here. If I don't move this out of the way, when I go to kick, his leg is going to stop my hip from getting close enough to kick. So I remove it. Hee hee. And then right into headquarters. Alright? One thing, if you just put me, if you let me put you in De La Riva, one thing your partner might do on bottom is, as he straightens his leg, I'm not going to put my hook in because my ankle, but as he straightens his leg, this gives me space to pummel my leg through, where now I can go to like leg entanglements, right? So if he stands really tall while I have the ankle, I can pummel my leg from the outside to the inside, and now I have two legs to the inside. I can start going underneath for like X-curve, one leg X-curve, all that stuff. So when we're removing the hook and we're like leaning away, I'm still bringing my upper body forward, and I'm like using my forearms as shields. So let's just do that one more time. So when we're here and I step over, I don't go like this and straighten, because now it's going to be super easy for him just to bring his foot from the outside to the inside. Right? I don't want that. This friggin' speaker doesn't even work, but it likes to talk. So when we're here, I step, and now when I go to remove the hook, I still stay leaning forward, but I like lean my hips away as I straighten the leg. And now he has way less space underneath me. So now even if he tries to pummel, like your foot to the inside of my legs, I can use this arm to shield his leg out. Or if I'm way up here, I'm not going to be shielding his legs out because I'm too far from his legs. Alright? So that's removing the hook. The next thing that we're going to have to deal with is dealing with the tripod sweep. So I have a whole video. The audio is pretty crap because I had kids in the background, including my own, yelling and screaming and playing and all that stuff in the background while I was filming. But I had a whole video. It's like, I don't know, like 40 minutes of no-gi De La Riva. One of the attacks
I'm having trouble connecting.
is the tripod sweep. So when I posture up, this is the time that Mike would be going for either pummeling his legs in or tripod sweep. So tripod sweep, his foot, since he can't put a hook in because my leg's straight, would go on my hip. This foot would hook behind my knee, and he's going to have my ankle. And now when he push-pulls, don't actually not pronounce my ankle, this should be the tripod sweep. Even if I don't fall over, now that he off-balances me, he can put his legs in and go underneath me into leg entanglements, right? So we're going to deal with the tripod sweep next, or tripod off-balance. So we're here. He has the De La Riva hook in, right? I straighten off balance. This is where he would go to tripod. Foot right on the hip right away, yeah, boom. Before this happens, keep my knee to elbow here. Now when he tries to put his foot on my hip, I block, all right? And then now from here I can go to headquarters. If I'm late and his foot comes to my hip, there's going to be a couple different things I can do. One is I'm a little teapot. So if my hips are here like this, and he can have a ledge to like launch me off of here, right? But if I rotate this way, I'm a little teapot. Now when he tries to knock me backwards, his foot slips up and off my hip here. Now from here, since his foot can't really push me, grab the foot, remove it, and now I close the distance. Go back to headquarters. All right? I don't want his feet on me. That's the whole purpose of this headquarters position, right? I don't want his feet on me. That's his first line of defense and first layer in his guard. I want to take that away completely. So again, I go and remove his hook. He places his foot on my hip. Boom, I block right away. But let's say I'm late, he gets it here. Next step is I'm a little teapot. So I turn this way.
I'm having trouble.
Oh my God. I'm gonna go turn that off in a second.
Your ultimate
I turn this way, and then my hips go that way. Like this. Alright? And then now it exposes his foot, where I can just remove it and immediately close the distance. Alright? Before I go to the next one, I'm gonna turn
It's
that
by
on.
Bluetooth, that's why.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah. Because I think it's trying to pick it up. That's why.
Yeah, I keep saying I can't connect to the internet. Alright. So we'll go over like one more counter to the tripod sweep. We might have to break up this Riva video up, but it looks like a possibly. Because this is a lot. So this time, I go remove the hook, boom, he places the foot on my hip, I wasn't able to block it. I go for the teapot thing, I'm not able to remove the foot, alright? Instead of trying to put my hips forward, because I realized that I'm not going to be able to like drive my hips through his foot, I'm going to put all my weight on the other leg. So he has my ankle on this leg, I'm going to put all my weight on this leg. This move will only work if there's space between his elbow and his hips. Alright? If he has that space closed off, I'm not going to be able to do it. Wow.
It'd be more difficult.
If he has his elbows, let's just go over that now. If he has his elbow closed, I would buy time. I try to do, I have the little teapot thing here. And I'm just going to walk my foot open to open his arm away from his body like we did with the knee cut from the headquarters. Now from here, all my weight goes on this leg. This one comes straight up, kicks forward, and then I step back, all right? So again, his grip is holding my ankle like this, behind my heel. If I try and rip it back, I'm gonna fall backwards. But if I go up between his arm and his body and then kick forwards, I can come off his grip and then step backwards, where I can immediately start passing his guard. So again, one more time. We're here. I just feel like I can't do the teapot thing here. All my weight up, kick, right into the passing right away. Alright. And then the last one, I think I said last one already, but last one, I feel like he has his elbow to his arm, or his elbow to his body too tight, and I'm not going to be able to get that space. Instead of putting all the weight on this leg, I'm going to put all the weight on this leg to buy me time, and now we're going to beat him in a pummeling battle, just like we did from headquarters. If his knee is down, or his foot is down, I should say, like keep it hooked, but like he's not lifting with it. I'm going to drop my knee over top, circle to the inside, and like remove his hook, right? For him to knock me backwards to the tripod sweep, he has to be able to hook that leg, so I can't step backwards when he pushes me. So again, here, this time I put all the weight on this leg. Come over the top, stapling his foot to his butt, and then I pivot my shin to the inside. So now when Mike goes to knock me backwards, I can literally just keep stepping because he has nothing stopping me because his hook's gone. If Mike follows with the hook and he's like lifting, when I try and go over top and I can't, now we'll go front pummel. Around the front of the knee. Right? So we always, whenever we're dealing with like these butterfly hooks, I'm always putting him in a dilemma. Top pummel, front pummel, knee pummel. Boom! The knee of justice. All right.
I found that one.
So, since he had a butterfly hook trying to stop me from taking a back step, we're able to counter the butterfly hook with our pummels that we've done before from headquarters, right? Doesn't matter where those butterfly hooks are, we can always go for them as long as we have the space. Alright? Let's stop here. and we'll move on to the next section of De La Riva because this will probably be a long ass video if we don't stop. So we'll just stop here, and then we'll hit the second half of De La Riva.
Has it already been for 25 minutes?